For how much work it is, and I'm deeply appreciative that we have our candidate here today. Ladies and gentlemen, Jon Kiper.
Thank you, Steve. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jon Kiper. I'm from Newmarket on the other side of the state. I have lived in New Hampshire basically my whole life. I'm a small business owner, or I was. I closed my restaurant a couple of months ago because the tariffs were making it very tough to run a restaurant and run a campaign for governor, and I wanted to do the campaign right. So I'm fully committed to this race. I'm not backing down. I'm not going to quit. And the main reason is because I've got 850 signs in my attic that say vote Jon Kiper, and they're not going to the dump. So no matter what happens between now and November, no matter who comes out to run, I will be on that ballot. And we're going to send Kelly out packing. We are. We can do this. It's going to be done. She will be a one-term governor. I promise you this will be done. And how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? We are going to get people excited, young people and independent voters, the people who are not here, the people that are out there. How are we going to find them? We're going to go on TikTok and Instagram and all of the places where the kids are at. They're on their phones, folks. They're not here. We got to be on the phones if we want to get to them. And that's where my campaign has been focusing a lot of energy over the last year and a half, 2 years. And it's working. It's really working. We've got people every day that are going to my comments and they're saying, hey, I don't know who you are, but I'm going to vote for you. And it's this new type of technique that we need to adopt, and we need to evolve to where the people are at. And we need to realize that when we look around and there aren't that many young people, we've got to figure out how to connect with them. And I've been thrilled. There's a whole community that's evolving on social media that's informing young people about what's happening all over New Hampshire. There's a number of people doing a lot of work talking about what's happening in Claremont, in Littleton, and all over the place. So understand that even though you may not see them here, there is more people behind us. We have more support. So how are we going to convince the independent voters to vote for us? Well, I am going to focus on 3 things. And you've heard these things mentioned here already. We got to lower property taxes, folks. It's the biggest problem, one of the biggest problems in our state, and it's something that Republicans have no answer for. And we need to build more affordable housing. It is a huge concern. It's the number 1 concern in our state right now is affordable housing. And lastly, we need to finally fund education in a way that is constitutional and fair. The people of Claremont deserve education funding. They have been fighting for decades. I went up there to their school board meeting last week, and it was devastating. They got to close down one of their elementary schools, and the teachers were sad, and the parents were sad, and the school board was really struggling with what to do. And it's not their fault. That's what's so important to understand. The Constitution of New Hampshire is very clear. The courts have reiterated this multiple times. Part 2, Section 83, if you want to look it up. It says very clearly, it is the state's responsibility to fund public education, not the towns and not the cities. And as governor of New Hampshire, I took an oath to the New Hampshire Constitution when I was on the town council in Newmarket. And I plan to live up to that oath as governor and force the Republicans to follow the Constitution of New Hampshire. They claim so often to be followers of the Constitution when they ignore it time and time again, not just with how we fund our schools, but with giving public tax money to religious education. That is forbidden by the state of New Hampshire's Constitution. And yes, they figured a way out. They have a nonprofit that they give the money to, but that is not what the founders of this state wanted. And in fact, they use this very specific word that I love, okay? They said that we need to cherish education. Okay? $3,000, $3,700 is not cherishing education. Okay? It is a slap in the face to the Constitution, to the founders of this state, and as governor, we are going to fix this once and for all. So I don't want to take up a lot of time because we've got a lot of speakers here, and I just want to say I'm super excited about the fact that on CD1, the candidates, the average age is probably 32. It's great. We got a lot of young people really excited for politics in New Hampshire, and I think that the people that aren't here are going to see the young people that are running, and they're going to say, hey, this is a new party, this is a new day, we want to get involved in democratic politics in New Hampshire. I'm going to bring people to the table. I hope you do too. Reach out into your circles, the people that are on the sidelines that are looking for some way to push back against this authoritarianism, and invite them to these meetings because we've got to get the kids showing up. Thank you very much. My name is Jon Kiper.
All right. We now move, and John, perfect segue. We move to the congressional part of the program. It is a great field, and it is a great